to the channel for another video in the playlist Martin Madness, a playlist where I play Martin, the 250 rated bot, but there's some sort of rule that, gives Martin an advantage because he's rated 250. So, I haven't called the playlist Martin Madness before, but I have played Martin a bunch of times with different, rules that help Martin win. And in today's video, what we are doing is basically I need to move all of my pieces up one square. So I need to have this exact same setup, but I need to have it instead of the first and second rank, I need to have it on the second and the third rank, basically. So I've created a system of how I can do that. And let's actually go over to the analysis board here, and I will show you. So I'm just gonna push all the pawns, and for black, let's just turn off the analysis because it's gonna be really wonky. But for black, I'm just gonna go knight, knight a6, knight b8, back and forth, just to show you what I'm talking about. So let's go here, knight back here, and then we push all the pawns. Okay, let me do that. And then after this, we go black, and then king e2. And then after knight moves, the bishop slowly makes its way over here, right? Because the bishops, they have to switch colors because they can't go like this, because that would switch colors. So this one has to, the dark square one has to come to the light square side, and the light square one has to come to this side, right? So after this, now we move the king back and the queen up so that the bishop has room to do this. You see what I'm doing? Right? And then after that, the knight comes out like this, and it hops over, and it gets down there. And then the queen pulls back so that this knight can do the same thing. And then after this knight does it, then we just move the rook up, and then the king up, and then queen up, and then this rook up. So as you can see on the left, it's going to take 28 moves to do that. So I'm going to be trying to do this exact sequence, right? We push all of the pawns up one square, and then we move the king up so that the bishop can come over, and then we move the king and queen out of the way so that this bishop can come over. And then we bring the knights and move the queen out of the way, bring the other knight, and then move the rook, king, and queen. And so I'm basically not exactly wasting time, but doing pretty useless stuff for 28 moves. Now, obviously, like, he's probably gonna not let me just do this. He's not gonna go knight a6, knight b8 the entire time, or like he's not gonna even like just push pawns and do nothing else. He's probably gonna like start attacking. So like if he gives me a check, we'll figure it out. Basically, my goal is to have as many pieces on the second and third rank that are in the correct position as I can. And after I reach this goal, like even if like a pawn and a knight and a pawn are missing because he like captured it and I had to respond to a check or something, even if that happens, I'll still count it and I'll just play from normal from there. But what I'm not allowed to do is like if there's a pawn here, let's say my pawn is gone and the black pawn is here, and the only thing left to do for me to like complete this setup is to move my queen here. I can't just be like, let me just take this pawn and then move the queen here. If this completes my setup, I have to play it. So even if it sacks my queen, due to a simple pawn takes, which Martin probably sees, I still have to do it. Alright, so with those rules in mind, let's go ahead and challenge Martin. Okay, we are playing as white for this game. And I'm not going to put a timer because I don't want to get too stressed out for this. And let's see how it goes. I have done this a few times before recording. And I lost most of them. I think I won one. So let's see if we can get it in like the first, I don't know, like 3 tries maybe. I'll give myself, yeah. As you can see, he's not being super, like, aggressive here. Yeah, this pawn could have took my pawn, but he decided not to. So we're just gonna continue doing what I told you guys. So king up, right? And then we bring the bishop. Yeah, now this is gonna be a bit unfortunate. Like, if he goes g2, I can go rook here because it still, like, helps me. It doesn't have to be in the exact same order. Sorry if I didn't explain that properly. But, like, it doesn't have to be in the exact order. It just needs to, like, help me advance in order so I can, like, actually get the setup. So, right, we're gonna bring the knight over now because I don't want to lose my bishop. And then, okay, there we go, g2. Right? So now if I take this, it's actually getting me further away. So I guess I play rook here. And like, yeah, now he takes this. I mean, this and this, they're both like not helping me, right? My king's moving away. So I think this is better because now I can just move my king back, and in the other way I can't do that. Okay, took my knight. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I have to go bishop here. And then, yeah, I can't take that because I gotta go queen here and then rook up. Right, so we lost a lot of our pieces here. But we got the setup. We lost a bishop. We lost another bishop. We lost a knight, and we lost 2 pawns. So we lost what? 9 + 2, 11 points of material. And we grabbed one of his pawns. It went all the way down, and they captured, and they captured again, and it promoted, and then we took it, and then we went back. So we're done with the setup. So now we can play as normal from here. And let's take a look at what's going on actually, because I was kind of only focusing on what I was doing, not what he was doing. So, yeah. Okay, I've looked at this for like a minute or two now. And what I noticed is that he's like I said before, he's not being super aggressive, but also he's not developing a lot of pieces. Like in this 28 moves, or how many ever moves this was, it was 20 moves apparently, because a lot of my pieces got taken, so I didn't have to do them. He could have easily built a strong black center and then develop all his pieces. Like if you're like 800 or above, you know the basic principles, you know what you're supposed to do, and you would do that, right? So, yeah. So his knight and bishop and queen are out, but like these pieces are still in the back rank doing nothing. So my pawn is attacked, so I'm gonna move it. And let's see what Martin plays. Okay, he develops a knight, finally. And, oh wait, 1 sec. I gotta take a phone call. Alright, I'm back. What is happening here? Oh, wait, did I just attack Martin's knight? He just left it hanging? Um, also, I'm just realizing that this queen is attacking my rook. Am I crazy, or did I not see that before? I mean, if I take the knight and he takes my rook, then I also get a bishop, which is, I guess, a fair trade. So we'll take it. He doesn't even want it. So we'll just move the rook because I don't want to lose a bishop for a rook, right? That's a bad trade. Okay, he takes here, which is fine. We're still down 8 points of material, but I mean, he's Martin. I've played him when I only have a queen, and I've still won, right? So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna attack the bishop, and okay, it moves. I was hoping he would give that one for free, but no such luck. Alright, I really don't want this queen coming to b3 because then it attacks a whole lot of stuff. And that's probably not good. So I'm just going to take this open file. And, ooh, there was e4 here. If he played e4, it looks like a free pawn, but this bishop sneakily attacks the rook. And then after I, like, move it, he could, like, trade and, like, open up my king. And it would be very weak. But, he didn't see that. So, this is a free pawn, by the way. I just realized that. Wow, a lot of stuff is hanging right now. Alright, let's just move back. Ironically, I moved the rooks up here to like complete the, quote unquote setup. And then I just moved them back. So, wasn't exactly helping. But, yeah. I think I should like move the king out of the way and then like start attacking the center because I really don't know what else to do. Alright, a5. Yeah, let's go for this. I mean, you could say trading is bad. I mean, I'm up material. Sorry, I'm down material, so trading is bad, but there's not a lot I can do right now. Knight c5 is a nice fork, but unfortunately this bishop is here. So I'm gonna try to take this. If the bishop takes back, then I'll be happy. But the rook takes back, so uh, we don't have that nice fork anymore. Um, let's see. What else is there to do? I guess I can go here. Oh my God. Oh no. Yeah, rook e2 just straight up blunders a queen. We can't let that happen. Yeah, we gotta defend that. Yes, I know. I'm trading more material, but there's not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, I think Martin's too strong. I mean, I've beat him with only a queen, but this is different. Like he has most of his pieces involved, right? In the other one, I have a queen, and all his pieces are on the starting rank, and he just like hangs something. So I have more hope. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, a lot of pieces are hanging. He can always take this. I can't defend it because the rook's here. So I guess it will rook e4. Yeah, okay. That was I don't know why I did that. I kind of forgot that he could just take that and take because now I'm even more losing. All right, let's just push this. See if he takes it or not because like even if I didn't push it, he has this. He could still take it here, right? So it's not really very different. Yeah, there goes my queen. This should be made pretty soon. Yeah. Queen h1 with the checkmate. Alright, we don't get it first try, but I'll give myself, I guess, 2 more chances. So, let's go. Second try. Just to speed things up a little bit, I'm just gonna pre-move these pawn moves. They don't take too long. The other moves will not pre-move and do by myself so that if he, like, takes something, then we can figure out if it's okay to take it back or not. Alright, let's go here. I literally predicted that. Like, here I was like, if he takes something. Like, what do I do here? Taking this isn't helping me in any way. Oh, wait, I guess it is, because to get my bishop over here. Oh, yeah, that's so smart. To get my bishop over here, I can get there in 2 different ways. That's the shortest in 2 moves. 1 and 2. So taking with the king isn't helping anything, but taking with the bishop is helping me get the bishop here. It's technically also the shortest, so I can still do that. Alright, that was some smart thinking. Alright, let's move the king back so that we can get the knight. Yeah, if I go to f4, I'm probably going to get captured, but there's not... Oh. He doesn't take it. I was going to say there's not a lot I can do about that, because, like, a common pattern that you see in, like, these weird positions is that if the 3rd rank is not accessible, and, like, the 4th rank and 5th rank and everything, the knight, like, on a square, is always stuck on, like, a set of squares. If it's on a different square, then it's stuck on a different set of squares. Like here, it can only go to these 3 squares, and this one. And this, it can only go to these 4 squares, right? They're all, like, not separated. So if you want to get it onto a different set of squares, you have to go to the 3rd or 4th rank. So there's no other way for me to get it from here to here, because those are on 2 different sets of squares. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that properly, but yeah. 97. Okay. Let's do the same thing here. Actually, let's do the bishop first. Let's get this out of the way. Oh wait, I said I wouldn't pre-move. Probably shouldn't have pre-moved that. Yeah. Okay. Bishop there. Yeah, that's helping me because remember, to get here in 3 moves, 3 is the least, right? Because in 1 move I can get to these places, and then in the second move I can't go from any of those to here. So 3 is the least, and I can, if I take this, then I can do it in 3. I can go 1, 2, and 3. So I'm allowed to do that by that logic. And this way I didn't have to move my queen and then go here, because this, I don't have to move my queen, right? So it's actually shorter, in fact. All right, let's go here. King e2, rook h2, and rook a2. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. I was hoping we would go rook h2. I mean, rook a2. And we're literally up material here because after rook a2, we've lost 2 pawns, but Martin kind of sacrifices bishop. So we're actually winning. But knight g4 hangs the knight in 2 different ways. But Martin obviously knows the rules of the challenge. So he knows I can't take it, and he knows I have to go rook a2, blundering my rook. Or he can just move the knight back instead of taking a free rook. Okay, I'm not being cat on my bishop. Sorry, I was, yeah, not expecting that one. I thought Martin was smart enough to take the rook here. I mean, you moved the knight there for a reason. Attack the rook and attack the bishop. There's a 1/2 chance you get it, and that's a 0. 1/2, 1/2, but he gets the 0. Okay, anyways, yeah, f5. Okay, now I'm just up a clean bishop. So we can just trade everything. Well, almost hung a bishop. I can take this and defend it. Knight here. Okay, trade. Knight d4, there was king d2. Okay, what is that? Is he being sneaky? Is he like, ooh, take this. You lose your queen. But you realize I can take this. And then take this. I'll take this way. Actually, maybe this was a bit better. Because then I have 2 pawns in the center. Alright, doesn't really matter. We are, what? A knight up here? Yeah, a knight. Alright, rook g8. Let's trade rooks. He's probably gonna trade, yeah. And then this should be winning. So here. Okay. Free bishop. We take those. Free pawn. Free pawn again? What is that? What is that? Alright. Attack the knight. Trade. Well, we dropped this pawn, but he doesn't even want it. Okay. Stack this guy. Nice. Okay, he wants to sack. And boom. Alright, there we go. Second try, and we do beat Martin. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please let me know in the comments. And if you didn't, then tell me what kind of content I should make next. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Like and subscribe!